Hey guys, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a little different. I'm going to be talking about the shit they don't tell you about after having a baby. Oh boy. Okay. So first off, your body may bounce back really fast, or it may take the full 9 months it took you to make a human. There really is no set time on how fast your body's going to bounce back. So it could take a couple of weeks. For me personally, I breastfeed, and it took me probably 2 weeks to be back to normal, and that's not everybody, and so that's just what happened to me. Second, you bleed a lot, like a stuck hog. You better just take these things home with you that they give you at the hospital and lay them in your bed, because there will be blood everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Yo Lady Biscuit is done for a very long time. So that's the real of it. Oh no, I think I hear a baby waking up. So next, you will probably have postpartum hair loss. Hi, me. My shower looks like I've been making hair walls all day, but I really just took one shower. Yeah. It will grow back, but you do grow your hair for 9 months. It gets thicker and longer, and it has to fall out eventually. Your boobs, they're gonna get huge. So when your milk comes in, it comes in full force. You ever felt like a cow before? Well, you're gonna. These things, absolute joke for me. I had these in my downstairs and in my bra. Your Lady Biscuit is gonna feel like you've been hit by a truck. Alright, so your first pee, you're gonna want this baby. This baby is your friend, your best friend. You fill it with warm water and you squirt while you're peeing. A helpful postpartum tip is take everything black to the hospital. Black shirt, black pants. You don't want anything colored, because it's gonna get blood on it. Lots and lots of blood. There's so much blood. There's so much blood after a baby. It is unreal how much blood there is. 3 weeks, to be exact. 3 weeks. Another postpartum is your first postpartum period. Mine felt like death, because your body's going back and forth. Well, I actually didn't have one since I was 17, so that was interesting. My cramps felt like my insides were being ripped out. It hurt worse than birth. So postpartum, your hormones they're going back to normal after having a baby. You're happy, you're mad, you're sad, you're in between, I don't know. There's some days that you feel awesome, and there's some days that you just feel like the world sucks. I have a friend. My friend woke up from her nap. This is what you get after postpartum. Sweet little baby. Now, let's talk breastfeeding. You'll latch at the hospital because you're on all this medicine. You think you're doing PAR. Oh, this is what happens postpartum too. Have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Okay, outfit change for both parties. Your first postpartum poop. It's like the size of your baby that you had, and you're like scared to push. You're like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. And you like try to wait it off for a couple of days, and then you regret your whole life. So just take the stool softener they give. It's literally scary. It's like this feels, oh my God. It literally feels like you're pooping a potato. A potato. Out your butt. Cries on my leg because it literally makes me hurt to think about it again. It's like the worst. I'm sorry. You did this. You did this. I'm just kidding. No, but literally, they hurt. So, I think there's some misconfusion about how people bounce back after having a baby. There are some girls that can leave the hospital and look like they never had a baby. And there's some girls it takes a really long time for them to lose their baby weight, and that's okay. It took you 9 months to make that baby, and it may take you 9 months to lose that baby weight. And that's okay. That is okay. Because you've got that beautiful baby in your arms, and that's all that matters. Mama. So you can actually develop stretch marks after you have your baby. You can go your whole pregnancy and not get any, and then you can push and push and push and fall out. You have stretch marks on your stomach, on your butt, on your thighs, and the inside of your thighs, and that's okay because you earned your mommy stripes, and they're beautiful. So a really helpful thing that I didn't know when I had Hazel was you're supposed to lotion your belly as it's going down to help with stretch marks and stuff. I didn't know that. So take your belly butter or whatever you're using for your stomach, take it to the hospital with you, put it in your bag, and once your belly is, this is so awful, I'm sorry, deflating, rub it on your belly because it's gonna say goodbye to good sleep for the next 18 years. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, kinda. So, fun fact, you actually still have contractions after you have a baby. I don't know if it's for all moms, but I do know that nursing moms still contract, and it's like a toe-curdling pain. So I forgot to add that the reason that you have those toe-curdling pain is because your uterus is going back to its normal size. You have the baby, so that's weird. It literally feels like there's another baby in you, but there's not. Hopefully not. Fun fact is you can have complications after you deliver the baby. So my complication actually had to do with my epidural, and if you guys would like to know about that, definitely shoot a comment below and I will make a second video all about that. Not everybody has that easy of a labor, so don't go by my story. But labor is not that bad. But yes, you can have complications after you deliver the baby. Now, I'm going to save my story for another time because it's really long, and I don't want to keep you here for that long. But if you want to know my story of what my complication was after having Collins, you can comment below, and I will message you and tell you, or if I know you personally, then I'll just tell you. Because, I mean, it's a pretty inclusive story. So when they come in to, they call it massage your stomach, it literally looks like they are smushing some biscuits out, trying to flatten it. Now they do that because they have to make sure they get all your blood clots out and yada, yada, yada. They come in and do that every 15 minutes after you have a baby. Fun. Yeah, it's so much fun. Here's another gross one. You can get hemorrhoids after you have the baby. So after you do all that pushing, or if you don't push at all, you push twice, you can still develop hemorrhoids and they can go away and they can come back. Fun fact, you know, pregnancy brain, like you forget everything and you're just everywhere. It turns into mom brain and it gets worse with each kid, I swear. I'm sorry. Okay, so I don't know if this is like everybody, but I'm 2 kids in and I feel like my period has gotten more painful with each kid. With Hazel, I never had one. That was beautiful. Thanks, Hazel, you're awesome. With Collins, I got one as soon as my like postpartum bleeding was over. So I bled for 3 weeks. I got like a 3-day break and I was bleeding again. That one was my real period. All right, both little crotch fruits are up now, so if you hear them, they're up. They're ready to play. You can give your baby a pacifier at the hospital. There's no nipple confusion for most babies. Some babies have nipple confusion, but you gotta test the waters. You've never done this before, how are you gonna know? So at the hospital, they tell you, oh, wake your baby up to feed, wake your baby up to feed. Let me tell you something. That baby is gonna wake up when it wants to eat. It will. It will wake up wailing. So don't wake your baby to feed it. Don't do that. Your baby is gonna wake you, I promise. So I'm gonna pull up a picture how much your baby actually needs of milk. It is ridiculous compared to what they try to push you to do at the hospital. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like this much, and they're trying to get you to feed your baby like 4,500 times. Okay, I'm gonna go back to breastfeeding because that's what I'm still doing postpartum, because that's, you know, that's what I'm gonna be doing till I stop. So you think you're doing this fantastic after you have a baby, because most girls have an epidural, they have Pitocin, they have all these drugs running through their body, so they can't feel nothing. So you think that you may have a really good latch, when after all the drugs wear off, you don't have a clue what you're doing. That's what happened to me with Hazel. I was on so many drugs after having her that when she latched, I thought she was doing great, but I didn't know. And she had a very, very, very shallow latch, and I ended up giving myself chapped nipples, bleeding nipples, cracked nipples, you know, you name it. They were falling off. Pumping before 2 months is not a good idea. If you have to do it, okay, fine. It's not a good idea if you don't have to. I personally gave myself mastitis from pumping because I thought, oh, I need to give the baby lots of milk. She's not getting enough milk, when in reality she was. Okay, so some babies take bottles and some babies don't. Some babies, you're a milk slave, and some babies you're not. With Hazel, milk slave. Collins, not a milk slave. She takes a passy and I get breaks every now and then. But with babies that don't take bottles, you're their human pacifier. Remember that one. This is the real postpartum. We're 2 years postpartum on her, so. Okay, so you don't want to get the really cute, like Victoria's Secret panties. Because you're like, oh, they're so cute and I want to wear these after birth. Yeah, no, girl. You need mesh panties. Or adult diapers. You are not going to want to ruin your panties with this. One thing I really want to just let all new moms who already have kids know, it's okay to ask for help. Babies are overwhelming. You need a shower? You call a friend. Don't try to do it all on your own. That's when you start to get anxiety and you start to get overwhelmed and you start to get sad, and that's when it's just not good. Don't do that. Don't overwhelm yourself, because there are plenty of people that want to help you. Disclaimer, all of these are my personal experiences. I'm not a professional. I'm not a lactation consultant. I'm just, EBF mom times 2. That means exclusively breastfed. I'm sorry. Side note, there is a crying baby and talking toddler in this video, because that is the real on postpartum. That's the real mom life. And both of my pretty babies want to talk to everybody. So. Like I said, this isn't to scare anyone at all. It's just to make you aware of what's gonna happen. It's not cute. None of it's cute, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. Another thing you're gonna need postpartum is some dry shampoo and a ponytail, because you are now a mom. You are gonna rock a ponytail and a mom bun for a little bit. Sorry if this video is a little too vivid for your eyes, but new moms need to be aware of what they're getting themselves into. And it is the best thing ever, and I would do it 100 times again for my babies. Not that I'm having 100 babies, because that's ridiculous. I ain't doing that. I ain't no Duggar. But it is all worth it. Every pain, every uncomfortable thing, it is worth it when you look at your pretty babies. Duty calls. Alright guys, that is going to conclude today's video of what you need to know for postpartum. The ugly things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. There's going to be a part 2 of what I was talking about, complications after having a baby. Thanks guys.